This video will serve as a quick overview of the different facets of the Data Quality Office, or DQO for short, data monitoring system, and how each feature works together to address ARM instrument problems. More details about each individual aspect, including student analysts, DQ Explorer, DQAs, DQPRs, and DQRs, can be found on the DQO homepage. Here we have DQ Explorer, which is where much of the data quality monitoring starts and occurs. Student analysts hired by the DQO at the University of Oklahoma use DQ Explorer to analyze ARM data and overall data quality. In this example, a student analyst uses DQ Explorer to pull up the plots and metrics for their assigned instrument, in this case, the APS at SGP E13. After choosing the appropriate site, which in this case is SGP, the appropriate data stream, which in this case is the AOS APS, facility, which is E13, level, which is A1, and the appropriate date range, which in this case, the analyst is looking at data from back in December of 2016, adding the data request, and then hitting submit, the analysts are then brought to a new page where they can access the plots and metrics. The analyst scrolls through the data for the appropriate week and doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary with the metrics. The majority of everything is green, and green indicates that no issues were detected. But after clicking on the Diagnostic Plots button to view the APS instrument's plots, they notice that there is an abrupt, sharp drop in total concentration beginning around 16 UTC on December 3, 2016. This stands out to the analyst as odd behavior, so they make note of this observation in the APS instrument DQA for that week. DQAs are weekly reports submitted by the student analysts over a set period running from Saturday through Friday of a given week and help to communicate overall data quality observations made by the student analysts to a broader ARM infrastructure audience. The analyst fills out the start and end date of the appropriate DQA week. When you fill out the start date, the end date automatically fills in for you, along with the site and instrument in question, which in this case is SGP and the APS. Because the analyst doesn't know for sure if the data is incorrect, they label the data as suspect, along with a note indicating the sudden drop in concentration and a link to the SGP APS plots and metrics. This link can be generated by clicking Bookmark on the DQ Explorer Plots and Metrics page. After submission of the DQA, an email is sent to the instrument mentor containing the information found in the DQA. Upon reading the DQA summary, the instrument mentor views the data in question and determines the data are incorrect and that something is wrong. So, the instrument mentor files a DQPR. DQPRs, or Data Quality Problem Reports, are reports submitted by ARM personnel to alert instrument mentors, site operations, the DQO, and the ADC to findings of potentially unacceptable data via one common interface. The instrument mentor fills out the DQPR form for the site, instrument, and time range in question. In this case, it's SGP for the site, E13 for the facility, the APS instrument, beginning on 12/3/2016. When it comes to the approximate start time, if we look at the original plot where we first noticed the issue, we can see that the sudden drop in concentration occurs right around the 16 UTC mark. So that's what we're going to input into this box here. Because it is thought that the instrument is producing incorrect data, the corresponding quality code, incorrect data, and reason, instrument, are chosen. A brief explanation of what the mentor thinks the problem is then included in the problem description. At this point, a guess as to the reason behind the issue is perfectly acceptable. The DQPR can be updated as more information is discovered. Once the DQPR is filed, the process of identifying the problem and coming up with a resolution begins. Here's the DQPR that we just submitted, already in progress. In it, members of the DQO, site operations, ADC, and instrument mentors can all comment under the Activities section of the submitted DQPR to troubleshoot and perform any necessary repairs. Notice how members from all aspects of ARM came together to work on diagnosing the issue. The first comment indicated that troubleshooting revealed no obvious problems, so the instrument was sent in for repair. Because of this, 2 DQRs, or data quality reports, need to be filed, one to account for any incorrect data from the time the issue began up until the instrument was removed for repair, and another DQR to account for the missing data while the instrument was away for repair. DQRs are the final step in the ARM data quality process. They are written statements of the quality of the data for particular data streams over a specified time range, accompanied by a quality category describing the quality issue affecting the data. The DQO assigned 2 DQRs under the DQPR to the instrument mentor, as you can see under the assignments section here, one for the incorrect data and one for the missing data. Because we don't know exactly what is wrong with the instrument until it can be looked at by the manufacturer, the missing data DQR can be filed first. Here is a blank DQR form. Based on the first DQPR comment, the instrument was sent back for repair on 12/14/16. A quick glance at DQ Explorer shows us the time the instrument went offline, 17 UTC on 12/14/16. So, that is what we will enter into the start date box. Since we don't yet know when the instrument will be back for repair, we can leave the end date blank for now. This is called an open-ended DQR. Once this DQR is submitted and approved, end users will be able to know why there is currently no data, and then an end date will be added once the instrument is back up and running again. Again, we choose the appropriate site, SGP, facility, which is E13, and instrument, which is the APS. Because all of the data will be unavailable when the instrument is away for repair, we select all of the available APS data streams, and variables, and select Missing for the quality category. An appropriate subject and description are also included. Adding information to the suggestion box is optional. Because this is an open-ended DQR, the DQPR will remain open until the instrument is back from being repaired. Once the instrument is up and running again, the DQO, or the instrument mentor, will add an end date to the open-ended DQR. This DQR is now complete, and we can hit Submit DQR. Because the DQPR is still open, ARM members can continue to add updates. In March of 2017, we can see that the APS was reinstalled and back online on March 14th. Now that we know the date and time that the instrument was reinstalled, we can go ahead and add that to our missing data DQR. Scroll down to the bottom and hit Save. After the instrument returned from the manufacturer, the reason for the instrument drop in concentration was identified as well, so the incorrect data DQR can now be filed. The incorrect data spanned from the time the concentration first dropped on 12/3/2016 until the instrument was removed for repairs on 12/14/2016. The site, facility, instrument class, and data stream selected are all the same as for the missing data DQR. When selecting data stream variables, however, we have to be careful to only select variables in which data were actually affected. Things like latitude and longitude remain accurate in this case, as well as the QC variables, so they are not chosen. The incorrect quality category should be selected, along with an appropriate subject, description, and suggestion, if necessary. Once the DQR is submitted, the DQO will be notified and will go in and approve the DQR. Once both the missing data DQR and the incorrect data DQR are fully filled out and approved by the DQO, the DQPR will automatically close out.